Hello my future cabin crew and welcome back to my channel. You guys have been asking me to make a video on how I answered my questions asked in my cabin crew interview. So your wish has been fulfilled. Here you go. So for the first round, my first round was a GD round. So for the GD round we were asked what are your hobbies, and this is exactly how I answered. Hello everybody, I am Ahelia Adik. I'm a trained Kathak dancer with my base in Bharatanatyam. I like to read books with special interest in human psychology and behavior and topics pertaining to spirituality. I like to write some pieces as well. So this was my answer to the question asked. I made sure that I answered this question very loudly so that everybody in the room could listen to me, that I was audible to everybody in the room. To which she cross-questioned me looking at my CV. And the question was, Ahelia, if not a cabin crew, then what? Since I'm still studying, I told her that if not a cabin crew, I'm going to continue with whatever I was studying, and I'm going to continue that. I'm going to pursue that. Next question was that, Ahelia, what is the guarantee that you won't leave this job and you will like this job? My answer was, ma'am, I'm here for a reason. I have always wanted to be a cabin crew member since I was a child. My mother, who too wanted to be one, told me stories about how fascinating and thrilling life is for an air hostess. It was always in the back of my mind. I grew up to be very academically inclined, which is why I couldn't think out of the box. But here I am today. And if I am given this golden opportunity, I'm going to make the best out of it. Second round, the virtual communication round. First question was, tell me about your morning routine. My answer, I start my day with a glass of hot water and then I practice yoga. After exercising, I have plain oats as my breakfast, after which I take a shower and sit to study. So plain, I said I did not prepare anything beforehand, so everything was very impromptu for me. I had to answer on the spot. It was not like I had memorized some answers to begin with, so it was very on the spot. It was very spontaneous for me, and this is what really came to my mind, because this is the truth, this is the reality, this is all I do in the morning. Sorry, I do not have any fancy morning routine like you all, so sorry. My second question was, Ahelia, what difficulties do you think you will face? I answer, ma'am, I know that everything comes with a price. If today I am given this golden opportunity, I will have to sacrifice my sleep, I will be jet lagged most of the time, and the hardest one being away from my mother. I have never stayed away from her, but she has given me the courage to fly, and I know that Indigo will give me my wings. Moreover, I do not see these as difficulties but as challenges that I know that I will overcome pretty fast, because I know that I have a coping mechanism in me that will help me overcome this. My third question and the final question. One thing that you would like to change about yourself. My answer, my inability to delegate tasks. I tend to be a perfectionist, which is why I take everything on my plate. This leads to a lot of frustration, anxiety and stress, but I'm actively working on it. This was my answer. This was exactly how I answered during my second round of interview. These were the main questions asked to me specifically, and rest she was just trying to understand whether these answers are scripted, like whether these answers are really my answers or not. So she was just trying to delve a little deeper by asking more questions based on my answers. So that is the reason why I say that do not lie. Say whatever comes to your mind. Do not lie, do not use somebody else's words, because she's going to find out some way or the other. My fourth round, okay, my final round. For the final round, the HR, she asked me the first question, Ahelia, what made you attracted to this industry and specifically this profession or this job? This was my question. My answer, I have acquaintances who are cabin crew members. I like the way they live, traveling, meeting new people every single day, I look at their social media handles and it makes me want to be in their shoes. I wish to be in their shoes not just for the glitz and the glamour, but I also wish to see the other side as well. I wish to experience life the way it is. This was my answer. My final question was, Ahelia, tell me something that is not in your resume. Answer. I am a very empathetic person. I believe it is one of my strengths. It allows me to connect with people on a grassroots level. And I believe that this is very important in this industry because it is very people-oriented and customer-centric. I believe it makes me a compassionate individual and allows me to listen to people well. It helps me be a better person and a better professional. This was my answer. These were the questions that were asked to me and I have given it all to you guys. So I would again say that be spontaneous. Do not shy away from the real you because they find out whether it is really you or not, whether the answers sound sugar-coated, whether the answers sound somebody else's. So it is all up to you how you present yourself. So for answering the questions and answers better, first get to know yourself and have the confidence to face the real you and not shy away from the real you because they only want and only want the real you and not somebody else's beautiful lines. Okay, so this was it. This is how I answered my questions and answers, and I hope that you guys are happy since it was a very requested video. So all the best for your interview. I know you're going to nail it. All the best, all the very best.